I have blended in here ginger, onion, garlic, and pepper, hot pepper, like these ones, Scotch bonnets. Right, so I have like 3 of them in there. It's not that hot. Yeah, ginger, onion, garlic, and the hot pepper, and a little bit of seasoning salt. So that's what I use to cook the meat, right? So right now, the meat looks like it's well overcooked. And in the past, I used to fry the meat. But now, since we are all trying to get a little healthy, instead of frying it, I bake it. So we are going to be baking this meat. Auntie Florence is gonna help me put it all in the foil tray and then bake it. It's goat meat, so with the meat you can use any kind of meat that you want. You can use the hard chicken, you can use regular goat meat with skin, beef, whatever it is that you really want, you can use it to make it. And I like to cut it into small pieces so that it's bite size, right? So this one, it's the same thing that I blended and used to make the meat. I'm going to be putting some of it in the stew. Yeah. So at the moment, we are just waiting for the onions to be cut. In the meantime, we'll pour the oil in. And for oil, a lot of people, you can use olive oil, coconut oil, canola oil, or any oil that you find healthy. I'm using canola oil. The only thing that makes my jollof a little bit different is instead of using so much tomatoes, I use red pepper, red bell peppers. So these. I was waiting for them to bring the onions to fry, but in the meantime, I put some of the blended garlic, ginger, onions, and pepper in here to fry.
How long is it going to be frying for?
We have to add the other onion to it, and it'll probably fry for about 5-10 minutes. Yeah. We are pouring it in here.
What are we pouring in here?
That's regular onion that has been chopped up. But I like to use a lot of onion because my mother's secret that she told me was the more onions you use for your food, the more flavor you get out of the food. So, yeah. I use yellow onions. Sometimes it's nicer to use the red onion, but I use the yellow ones, yeah. The stock from the meat.
Yes.
Auntie Florence is going to get the oil off, and we'll be putting that in the jollof as well.
What does this do?
It's all flavors, right? So instead of putting water, back in the days people used to put water in their jollof to cook it, we're going to be using the stock. Right now we're going to be putting in the tomato paste. So you can use any kind of tomato paste. Any kind of tomato paste at all that you want, you can use it. It's fine. But I like this one. It's from Ghana.
Oh, from Ghana.
Yeah. Yeah. So. The jollof process, because we're teaching, is going to take a little while, but usually within 30 minutes the stew is already done and the rice is in there, so it doesn't take very long at all. Guys, I'm about to put the red pepper in there. I don't put a lot of crushed tomato because the red pepper has a lot of flavor in it, and the tomato paste has a lot of flavor in it. But I'm just going to put a little bit of the crushed tomato in there. I hardly use crushed tomatoes, but I'm just taking a very little, maybe like 2 teaspoons, just to get the redness. Yeah, the red pepper gives it a very nice red look, right? But to balance it off, the tomato adds to it. At this point, the only thing that we are waiting for is for the tomatoes and the red pepper to all cook, and then we'll put the stock in. Hey guys, and welcome back to Peel Press. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. Today we have a few girls here with us today, and they will be talking to us about their experience on Esther Generation. So thank you ladies for coming. So can I start off with your names?
Elizabeth.
My name is Daniela.
My name
Okay, so how old are you ladies?
I'm turning 14.
Yeah.
And I'm turning 15.
And I'm also turning 15.
Okay, and are you guys in high school? Yes.
Those two.
You're not in high school? Grade 8? Okay. So my other questions I have for you young ladies is, how long have you guys been in Esther Generation for?
We've been in Esther Generation for 2 years now.
And how has Esther Generation benefited you ladies?
Well, it showed me how to become a better woman, and not just, and like in Christ, like what Christ expects from us ladies.
And also we do like fun things. Like today what we're doing is we're cooking jollof. So it's not just like...
It also helps me get closer to God and just being more of like a family.
So to the rest of the ladies that are like hesitant about coming to Esther Generation or thinking about coming, what would you guys give them in terms of advice?
It's not scary, like what Michaela said, we're family. We're here to help each other, and yeah.
Anything else? No.
It's not like... Yeah, it's not scary. I mean, what would you be scared of? It's just people in your church that you get to know more, and like you get to talk to them.
Yeah, you just get a deeper relationship with everyone. Like another family outside of church programs and the casual church services. You can have a little bit more of an experience with it.
Awesome. Thank you ladies so much for your experience, and we hope to see you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is shrimp powder. I put some in my jollof as well. So, and that's seasoning salt. So before I used to use Maggi cube a lot, like the Maggi cube from Ghana, but we've been told as well that it's not very good. So I've tried to reduce the use of it. So I use seasoning salt instead of that. And the only other thing that I would say is always make sure that you collect all the oil before you put the rice in. It's very, very, very important, because when you leave the oil in there, it makes the rice very like oily. You can't taste the rice. All you taste is just oil, right? So I collect everything. The only reason why the oil is a lot is because if you don't have a lot of oil, the rice, the tomato doesn't fry very well, right? So you put in the oil, but always make sure you take it out before you cook the food. All the oil is off the rice, the stew. We wash the rice to get some of the starch off it. So the rice is ready, right? Yeah. Okay, the rice is going in. This is About 6 cups of rice. I think it's fine. And we're not going to be putting any water in there. The only thing that's left that I used to finish up is bay leaf. I wash a few bay leaves and I drop it in there. And at this point we're all done. I'm going to be lowering the rice a bit so that it takes its time to cook. It won't take long. Give and take maybe 45 minutes. It'll be done. We're just gonna put the parchment paper on it and then we're done. Okay, so we are done here. We're gonna give it a bit of time. We'll come back. I usually don't open the jollof after I put it on to cook for about 30 to 45 minutes or even an hour so that it will take its time to cook. And then once you open it, it will be almost ready. You stir it up and you're ready to go. So that's it. The jollof has been cooking for about 45 minutes to an hour. So we're gonna stir it up and it should be close to done by now. Yeah, actually it is pretty much just a little bit more. And it's done. We just need about 5-10 minutes to just get the top to cook. Ready to eat. You taste it and if it's soft, it's cooked. If you see some hard pieces in there, mix it up a little bit more and allow the heat to cook it all up. It's the heat that cooks it up, right? So basically, we had some goat meat. We washed it out very thoroughly and we blended in onion, ginger, garlic, and onion, ginger, garlic, and hot peppers. And then we added a little bit of seasoning salt to it. So that was the mixture that we started. We used that mixture to cook the meat. And once the meat was done, we poured out the stock and put it in the fridge for it to, the oil to settle at the top so we can take out the oil. We started with the stew for the jollof using chopped onions and the blended mixture. The blended mixture, we put some in oil and the onions that we had chopped up in oil, and we allowed it to cook. After it was cooked for about 10 minutes, we put in tomato paste. We allowed the tomato paste to blend in and cook with the onions. After that, we blended up some red bell peppers, poured it in there, added a little bit of seasoning salt to it, and then we also added some shrimp powder. Allowed it all to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. After all of that was done, we washed the rice, poured it in there, added some bay leaves to it, and covered it up with some bacon peppers and allowed it to cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now it's almost ready.
Hello, thank you for dropping by and watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. God bless you.